Are you scared that the impression of your parents have left a mark on you? That the way your mother or father has treated you has set expectations on how you would view the opposite gender, and like how that might affect your future relationships? I have two siblings, much older than me. They're already practically married, and I see it so evident how the way my parents have treated them be reflected in their own relationships. Just like, let's talk about my brother. He's someone who really does take care of my mom, and it's because my father wasn't as an attentive role in being a father as much. He was there, and it's not that bad, but he wasn't always there to take care of his children. For example, when we were all young, he would just go out to pubs or gamble and would not really take care of us. Not really as attentive. Whereas my mum would always have to take care of everybody in the household, and my brother being the oldest, he didn't necessarily help either. He just did, again, this is a reflection. He just reflects so much my parents. Because even though when he grew older, he would just leave the house. Like, he's similar to my father. He would leave the house and just get out of the environment that my household held. And it makes sense because my parents always had fights. So he would just go out and party, drink it off. Same with my sister. She would just get out of the house, go to the library, and go to a lot of parties. Just to forget what's happening in the household situation. Because they were very abusive to one another. But as my brother grew up, he became a lot attentive to my mother and taking care of things or helping her with finances. He was really there for her. And it's surprising because that's similar to my father. My father was really attentive to his own mother and his own family household. Like, very attentive. And my brother eventually grew up to be a mama's boy. Just like my dad, who was a heavy mama's boy. My dad would always send money to his mother, no matter the situation, even when we were heavily poor. He would still find a way to hide the money and send it. I think that's a lot of people experience on their father's side as well. But surprising because my brother practically did the same thing as well. He connected the finance with my mom so that he could always help with finances. So that caused the wife to be more in the second part of a relationship. Just like how my mom was like the second part of the relationship of my father. Now with my sister, she married somebody who's just like my father again. But he's a bit better. The one that my sister has, a bit better. A bit more attentive. But I don't know how it goes in the long run. But this guy, his manners isn't, like, the things he does is really questionable. Like, one time, my parents requested him to just go get a burger for me because I was really sick. But then while on the card, my mom's card, he charged like an extra burger just for himself without him asking. And that's kind of weird. And on top of that, that was just weird. I have no comment. And to be honest, all the actions they've done is understandable in the sense that my parents have actually grown. Like, during the time they've grown up me, they've grown so much in comparison to when they were still taking care of my siblings. Like, their manners were not, they were even worse. I mean, I still had to go through that. But having a system of my siblings as experiences to understand, it helped me grow. But it's like situations like that that make me concerned of my future. Like, who will I marry? Who will I attract? What about my friends? Do I attract these type of friends because of the way I act, which come from my parents? What's it from? And I'm scared. And I'm very scared of who I will attract in the future. And I'm scared I'll be blindsided. I'm very scared. Because what happens if it doesn't work out? I really hope it does.